It is Battlefield Hero times, ladies and gents. That's right, I have not been in Battlefield Heroes in such a long time. Mainly because they've added more weapons that you cannot purchase with in-game credit. You have to kind of use your own credit from your own pocket. And I'm not a big fan of that. Now, the question of the day today is for everybody. Have you any suggestions of what is the best game that you've played? Even though it was a free game. Wait for me, motherfucker. What is the best game, the free game you've ever played that you could just do the grind, you could just unlock all the weapons, you could do all that without you having to pay for anything? What is the best and what is the worst game ever? That is the question of the day. Now, moving on to Battlefield Heroes. Now, you may have noticed a couple of days ago I mentioned that we're going to start digging through my old Battlefield games and start putting some footage up. Now, I have found myself my 2142, 1942, my Battlefield 2. I'm pretty much set for now, even though I should have a lot more somewhere stashed, but since I moved a couple of times in the last couple of years, they'll be stashed in a bag somewhere. I will find them, it's just a matter of time. But what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and bring you some footage from older Battlefield games, see how it used to be back in the day when Battlefield was always about the fans. There was no YouTube, there was no EA, there was no everybody getting together and hosting events and views and money, and nothing like that was involved. Obviously it was involved a little bit because the developer needed to make money in order for his game to sell, and that's no denying it, but it was just not as bad as it is these days. You know, everything's about marketing, everything is about the money. Nobody really gives a shit about you as a customer anymore, and that's kind of the way it is. So I'm going to be trying to bring you some gameplay, how it used to be back in the day, how fun it was, and how silly the games were, and just the ragdolls effect, the fun that we had back in those days. And you kind of have to remember that back in those days there wasn't really so much choice as there is now. I mean, you don't like something, graphics, boom, go to Crysis, graphics, go to Battlefield 4. You know, there's a lot of games. You've got Far Cry, you've got a lot of games that really look good. FPS shooters, you've got a ton of them out there. So back in those days, things were a little bit different, everything was new, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of us older gamers, older gentlemen, should I say, they were... That's my phone, I'll ignore that for now since I'm recording a commentary here. A lot of us older gentlemen, older gamers, still regard as Final Fantasy VII being one of our all-time favorite games just because of the story, and somebody actually died in a video game, and it was just epic. You know, it was an epic adventure with Cloud and all he had to go through, and you just can't do that again. I just think it's going to be a long time before I see a game that's going to captivate you that much as Final Fantasy VII did, or Soul Reaver. I mean, I absolutely loved Soul Reaver. At the beginning, when I saw like the first CGI, and I was back on the old PlayStation 1, I was like, whoa, unbelievable how cool that looks. And when I saw Raziel being thrown into the abyss, and then, fuck you, Kane, I'm coming for you, and you just waited for the game to come out, and it was just really cool. And I think those are the kind of games, the stories that need to come out. I mean, the latest game that I can remember that I really had a good time in and I really enjoyed it was The Last of Us. Although it was a little bit here and there, I think overall a really amazing game, and it's definitely something that's stuck into my mind for quite a while. And I just can't wait for games to come out, you know, with great stories, really sweet multiplayer and all that. That's kind of what I look for when I buy a multiplayer game, to be completely honest. It's fun. I look at the possibility of that game, and if I think that game is funnish enough, I can have a bit of fun, then I'll buy the game. I don't think you're going to win here, Mr. Stabby. No, you didn't. But somebody was coming down to rescue me here. But yeah, Battlefield Heroes, pretty fun game. If you haven't played it, it's completely free. It's a browser game, more or less. You don't have to install too much. All you do is go to your Battlefield Heroes page, click it. If you don't have an account, make an account, download it, and you're in the game. And it's pretty fun. That you get to choose your character. You can have a number of characters. You can be a sniper. You could be a heavy with a M249 or whatever the hell he has, like a saw, mowing a lot of people down. You can have shotguns. You can buy a lot of guns by grinding and just leveling up. You have all sorts of perks that you could use. You can have like a grenade spam that you have like 5, 6, 7 grenades depending on how much you've upgraded that. I think it starts with 3 and you can just throw like 5 grenades at one spot. It is pretty fun game. if you've got a couple of hours and you've got nothing really to do and you think, I just want to have a bit of fun, just want to have a laugh, then Battlefield Hero is for you, because it's just a laugh. Seeing all the vampires running around and dudes trying to snipe, and sniping's a little bit different in this game, and seeing people trying to cloak in and stab you in the back, and the ability not to actually run too fast, and trying to run somebody over with a car. Overall it is pretty fun. So I think you'll enjoy this game, and you just have a bit of fun with it, you know. Just go back and think, yeah, back in the old days this was awesome. Look at that dude, look at that, look at what he's doing. He was trying, but he didn't get anybody. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I do have a series on Epoch going on. The reason it's not out yet is because my videos get pixelated after upload. For some reason, I always use the same settings, so I don't know what's causing that, but I'm going to have to find out. And also be ready for Timefall and Battlefield Naval Strike pretty soon. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. How did I did here? 7-0 I think I went. Battlefield Hero indeed. Out.